Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah. What's good? What's
We in
good?
here.
OTP live, baby. Number 65, right? 65?
I think so.
Number
65.
65. Four
Man,
away. Four away. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Our Thoughts Live. In case you're new around here, I'm Cesco. The other end, my partner in crime.
snapback Matt today. You know, we got the swagapino on
Hey.
lock. It's just one of those days. It's one of those
You know,
days.
that's interesting. That's the swagapino is like it's been a theme this week, I guess. And
It's
we'll get
always
to
a
that in a
theme.
little
That's
bit.
me, bro. That I just am. That's something I've accepted is that I just am a swagapino.
Yeah.
I lead with swag, you know?
Okay.
And that's just in my DNA, as Kendrick says.
It's a part of me I'm still trying to accept, to be honest with you. Like I'm still coming to terms with my
It's part of
swagapino-ness,
that
my
journey.
swagapiniality.
Yeah, your swagopini, your swagopanininess. All right, all right, all right. We're not even
No,
saying
no, we got
anything.
all that energy. We got that energy out last week. We're good. We're good on that
Yeah,
one. So relax,
it's one
everyone in the
second into
chat.
the stream. Okay, what are we talking about today? Or what's been going on with everyone in the chat? Do we have anyone new today? Say hi below.
Yeah, well,
Curry
first of
finally
all,
made
hold on.
it.
First of all, we gotta. I know we already gave you your flowers last week, but it is post premiere Brawler. I'm gonna go
Oh
ahead and leave
yes,
it in the chat. That is Matt's latest film, boxing film. It's also a film about family, fatherhood. Like,
yeah,
man, killed
all
it.
that.
How was that premiere, man?
It was dope. Thank you everyone for showing up. I was like lurking in the chat with everyone. Some really crazy ass comments during the viewing, but it was really cool.
One time.
Yeah, yeah, everyone. I was watching the premiere with the actor that night, and like he was reading all the comments, and he was like, "Man, what the hell y'all talking about?" You know, he was like, he was beefing
Uh,
with you mid premiere, but no, it was good. Yeah, I'm glad it's out. Glad everybody got to see it finally. It is also on its way to festivals, so come sometime next year, we'll see. You know, might be a award season for not just the Grammys, but you know, for Brawler. So we'll
eh,
manifest it for me. But yeah, that's where it's at right now. But yeah, thank you everyone for the love on that, and thank you for the plug.
yes, sir. Of course, of course. Also, I see someone. I don't know if you're new around here. I'm just saying. I'm just checking. Crystal Mom. Hey guys. Hey, what's up? Good to see you. If it's your first time here, what's good? Hope you're doing well. And yeah, man, that's dope. It's brawler time, baby.
Brawler
And
time.
again, in the chat, go check it out when after the stream. And yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, what is there to talk about? What did we want to go ahead and start off the show with?
Let's start off with that thing we did. I don't even know. Did we do it last week? 2 weeks ago? A little vinyl show and tell. You did tell me you have a recent pickup that you want to highlight for us.
You
Something new for
know,
the collection.
yeah, man, for the collection. I got plural some pickups because your boy's been going through it the last couple months, not months, weeks. And I was
Okay.
like, you know what? Yeah, like, let's give you something. Let's give you
Okay.
a little something
Treat
to hold you
yourself.
over. You know, yeah, yeah. As we go into the holidays, I went ahead and gave myself a little gift, a couple gifts. So first one being my brother and we've been, I don't know, for some reason he's been going through a Justin Timberlake phase.
Nice.
And specifically, this album that I got, and I remember he just came up to me and was like, you know, it's a good album, this album. And he just went through every single song. I was like, dude, I have had the exact same thoughts, like literally the exact same thoughts. And the fact that you're just like, I've never said it to him, and he just came up to me and said the exact same thing. So,
He just discovered him.
as a result, yeah, or he was re-listening to it,
Oh, okay.
and so with that said, I went ahead and copped it because we always play video games together, and I figured it'd be something to play in the background. I got Justin Timberlake's
Yo.
2020 Experience.
Yo, that looks
Um,
nice.
the first part, there's two parts. This one is the one with like Suit and Tie, Push Your Love Girl,
Nice.
Strawberry Bubblegum, just some really amazing songs on here. Before he decided to fall off with
Oh.
Man of the Woods. Like that album, man,
We don't
is
claim
I
that
don't even
one.
yeah, we don't think it exists. But yeah, no, this is great. I've only played one song so far, Push Your Love Girl, and it
Okay.
sounds great, obviously. we're one of those people. This is a hub for vinyl lovers out there, cause everything just sounds better on vinyl.
It really
So you
does.
know,
No, yeah.
uh,
But that's a nice pack.
nice.
That's some nice packaging. I like the shiny
Yeah,
gold lettering. Can you open the
yeah.
center? Yeah. Damn, very
Simple,
like 007.
right? Yeah.
Pretty
I could
fire
definitely
though.
get. I get that vibe for sure. But this is great. Love this. But
Okay.
there's this one right here coming up is like my grail. It's the one that I've been wanting to get for a minute now, and it is Fuji's The Score.
Ooh, very nice.
Look at that. That is beautiful. Killing Me Softly, Ready or Not, No Woman, No Cry, all that stuff. Like, come on now,
Classics.
like classic record. You got
Wow,
White
look at
Cloud,
that.
Lauren Hill. I'm blanking on the last member.
Wyclef
But
Jean.
yeah. I mentioned him in the. But yeah, I
Very
mean, look at
fire.
that. I was like listening to this because this came in first. And I was listening to it and I was like, man, this album is like what I would want my action movie score to be.
Yeah.
Like that is the thing that I would want like for the whole movie, not just like the heist scene or whatever. Like it captures every single emotion. It's action packed, and they're talented as hell, man. Lauren
Yeah.
Hill
I haven't
is
I haven't really
great.
listened to the full Fuji's project. I listened to a lot of Lauren Hill, so you're making me want
Yeah.
to dive into that. But very nice pickups. Is that all from Merch Bar or is it like Amoeba?
So Fuji's was from Merch Bar, and the 2020 experience was from Amazon because I saw that
Okay.
it was much cheaper. It was like $15, so I just
Wow, that's cheap.
decided to, yeah. It's like a digital crate digging where I'm like, okay, I got to compare the prices, all that stuff. And yeah, one thing I didn't realize until I listened to the album, the Fuji's album, was like, man, Lauryn Hill just might be like the greatest female rapper, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know if that's a hot take, but she is like legit rapping on there. We mentioned last week with SZA, like
Mm-hmm.
how she writes like a rapper, and we'd like to see that a little bit more. And I'm like, and so it's cool to see the blueprint and just like how great she is, you know?
Right.
But yeah, Lauryn Hill,
Damn.
just
She's definitely up
one of the
there,
great.
bro. Definitely up there. Sick. Very cool. Latest additions. Um,
Yeah. I believe you also have something you
yes.
wanted to show and tell for the crew.
Yes. So this isn't fresh as yours that just came in, but we figure, show one album that y'all haven't seen or I think is kind of interesting.
Hmm.
For me, this is one of my more interesting picks in my collection. I have the Flying Lotus You're Dead vinyl with
Hey,
this insane artwork, very detailed.
yeah,
Um,
that's
the
crazy.
inside, check this out. Poor bro.
Dog, that is like some like everything everywhere all at once type of
Right?
vibe where it's just like
It's
look
like
at
a
that. I'm
whole
looking at it on the
battle scene.
screen. Yo, the flare or what do you call it? The
the
just
the
like the glisten
reflection.
off the reflection coming off this the record right now is crazy. I love it.
It's crazy. Yeah. And then you can see like the actual sleeves is like it's like a whole comic.
Uh,
Um. Oh shit.
ooh, there as the
But yeah,
vinyl like falls out and breaks.
as I break it in half. But yeah, Flying
Yeah.
Lotus. If you've never listened to them, this this album's actually really crazy, and I still haven't listened to it because it's really hard to listen to train my ear
Mm.
to. It's like jazz, funk, rock, dubstep, like electronic, all in one. So some people, I think, hate this album just because they think it's just like I don't
It's a
know,
lot.
like noise. But
Yeah.
there's some really insane songs in here. There's a Kendrick Lamar feature on here that goes insane, and I didn't even know it existed. And then that kind of helped me like discover this album. But yeah, still have to really spin the whole thing. I've listened to the first vinyl or first side,
Yeah.
but it goes
How
crazy, bro.
how long have you since when have you been into Flying Lotus? Because I feel like that's been kind of like a this year, right? This year
Yeah,
thing.
this year.
Yeah.
But
Man,
yeah,
this
he's
year
cool.
I don't know how it is for you, but I feel like this year has just been like such a like very eventful year regarding like my music taste. Like I feel like it
Mm-hmm.
developed a lot, and that part of that has to do with how great music has been, and a lot of it is paying homage to,
Right.
to old things. So now I'm like going back and being like, oh, I actually like this genre, or oh, yeah, I don't know if that's the same experience for you.
Definitely. No, yeah. I've like cuz my goal last year was like to have the most diverse or like when the Spotify rap stats came up, like have my like discovered new like how many new artists I discovered, like have that number be like the highest it's ever been.
Yeah.
And I discovered like a lot last year, but I feel like I just discovered double like this year, and like I didn't even try, you know. So yeah, music's been crazy this year.
Yeah,
But
and
some people, but some people,
those motherfuckers,
yeah,
man.
yeah, don't
Did it
agree.
again. They did it again, man. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, the big hot topic for today is none other than the scammies.
The scammies.
That's
It's
right.
that time
The
of year.
scammies. Whew, it's my
The
favorite time of year,
scammies.
baby.
Man, okay. Y'all don't get me worked up. This year feels worse. I'm gonna just start off. This year there's something about it that just feels even more disingenuous. I think because so many people are dropping out of the Grammys that like they're
Mm.
just it's like you can see through the cracks even more, you know, because they don't have like reasonable picks left anymore. So they're just like, all right, what was like the biggest TikTok sound? Uh, give them a Grammy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yo,
Ooh. So there's where do we even start?
I see your comments, Kitchen Boy, bro. I see your comments. Denzel Curry, yeah, I see it, bro.
Yeah, let's get to that. You know what? Do you think we could run through the noms list real quick?
Yeah, let me bring it up here. Let me go back to
Because
us.
this is an injustice that I think
We need a deep
injustice
dive.
for what it is. What it's an award show. That the Grammys they have already kind of delegitimized themselves over the last couple years. Unlike another award show that's coming very soon, not
Mm,
very soon, soon.
that is very legit, and in
That is
fact has
very
become
legit
more has legitimized more over the years.
over the 3 years that they've
Yeah.
been going. But
Okay.
yeah, no, this year. I think it reached a bit of a tipping point, and I think the general consensus is that this year really sucks. And I agree, and we're gonna go ahead and run through the list, explain why, and hopefully you guys can join along too. That'll be and we can dunk on on the Grammys together.
The scammies. Let me look up. Let me look up the. Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to look up a better version of the list because I hate. It's always like a really ugly list and it's hard to follow. Okay.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
go to Complex because they got the graphics.
yeah. Curry, what you mean? Goat DJ Khaled was nominated. Look, man, I love
We
DJ
up.
Khaled, but
We up.
there were some photos that were sent to my Twitter that I DM'd him that
Oh no.
has kind of scarred me for life when it comes to DJ Khaled. And if you know it involves with him dunking a basketball and several articles of clothing. Uh, you
Very
know,
very unfortunate photo. That's
being a
all I have to
little
say.
looser than you would
Very
want.
unfortunate.
But happy for him. He's a sponsor of this podcast, so appreciate you.
All right, y'all. So, all right, I'm on the Complex link. I don't know if this is everything. It might be everything.
Oh, this is cool. Wait, what
Yeah.
is this? Oh, this is just the Instagram.
This is just
For,
Complex. They just make this is what I'm saying, bro. It's a better way of looking at it.
yeah, yeah, I like this. A lot more visually
All right,
pleasing.
y'all.
So,
So,
are we starting off with best pop vocal album?
yeah, I think this is every I think they have every category on here. But
Okay, for sure.
um so pop vocal album, I think
Yeah.
Adele. Off the bat, I think either Adele or Harry Styles should win this. But we have Voyage by ABBA, which is
Oh,
I forgot that ABBA dropped this year because when was the last time they dropped? Like 20 years ago.
I know.
That might have been a really ignorant comment. Maybe they didn't. We have Adele 30, a record I enjoy. Did you ever listen to that?
30. Yeah, I did. I think it was good. It was good. wasn't anything crazy, but it was, solid return album.
Hmm.
Um and then yeah, Music of the Spheres by Coldplay. I did not know that they
I just know
dropped an
that's
album this
not
year.
good. I just know that's mid and shouldn't be
Yeah.
nominated. Like Coldplay has not made good music in so long.
And same with Lizzo. I haven't listened to this album. I didn't know this was out. I think it's just so one recurring theme you're gonna see a lot are a lot of safe picks. There's
A
just a
lot of
lot of
safe
artists
picks.
that you're used to seeing on these Grammys lists, and
Hmm.
it's just gonna be like, oh, we're just gonna be celebrating the same old people every year when this year's been like one of the best years in music ever. So
Literally.
so yeah, with that said, I also agree. I think Harry's House is gonna win. Um,
I think so too. I think it's gonna
yeah.
win.
All right. What we
Next
got?
we have best pop solo performance. Couple more bigger names on here. So we have Adele, "Easy on Me." Honestly,
Okay.
not the best song on that album. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's pretty like average compared to the other tracks. There's some really good songs on there.
Uh-huh.
Moscow Mule by Bad Bunny. I
Wow.
personally do not listen to Bad Bunny. But apparently
I
like a billion other people do that I don't know about. So I'm just not tapped
yeah.
in.
No, Bad Bunny is for real. I
Okay,
don't listen to him, but he gets the
he gets
fans
down.
going. Yeah. Woman
Um,
who by Doja Cat, which I swear came out like 3 years
you
ago.
literally I've been hearing like it was old the moment I hear it, bro. Like the moment I
Yeah.
heard it, I can't believe this is nominated because I swear that album was that album this year.
Is I swear to God, if we go through this
Planet Her.
category, through these lists, and that
I'm pretty
album is
sure we were talking
still,
about that album last year. Like I'm pretty sure.
yeah, yeah, we were.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened there. I think they just slipped up, which is
this
honestly
is what
about what
happens.
year's Grammys so far is worth. Is
Yeah,
just like we'll just give a random album that already got its props, like
this is like
another
the Ed
look.
Sheeran all over again.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
all
And
right,
then
we have
Bad
Bad
Habit.
Habit. Yep, Bad Habit. Steve Lacy.
Yeah, okay. Like
It was
he's one of the
definitely
biggest.
a big single this year. About damn time. Okay, I've that song's been around for way too long. And then As It
I
Was.
know.
Okay, that's definitely this year. I remember that. So
Yeah,
I think it's between As It Was and Bad Habit, to be honest. Um,
yeah. I could see Adele winning this one just because
really.
it's performance. Yeah, like not
Mm,
is there pop best pop record or, but if it's like just
best
on the
pop solo
performance of the
performance.
single alone, they might give it to Adele just
That's a good.
because
That's a good point.
Adele is Adele. But who would I want to pick? I would like let's give Steve Lacy his
All right.
Grammy, Why not? Why not?
Okay, that's our choice.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
up,
yeah.
we have best rap
Oh,
performance
the rap
nominees.
categories were terrible this year. My
Yo,
God.
they were in the gutter,
Dog
bro.
shit.
I'm talking 2015 Macklemore level,
Yeah.
Macklemore to Pimp a Butterfly level.
No, that's facts. For real.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
let's go through it. So God did.
God did, God did.
God did. DJ Khaled featuring Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, John Legend, and Friday. You know, you know,
We've heard it.
um,
We've heard it.
yeah, and it's not as good as everyone hyped it up to
I
be.
can't
I'm
believe
sorry.
Vegas is on here. Is that the one that's like where
The
she's
Hound Dog.
sampling the Hound Dog? That's really on here?
That can't be because that wasn't a great song.
No. Oh
Hound
my.
Dog was great. Obviously,
That's
respect to
basically
L.
a TikTok song on there
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Push and P.
Push and P. I
That's so
swear that's.
funny that that song is nominated.
Oh no, I guess that album came out the same week as Dawn FM, right? Since it gonna
I think
outsold.
so.
Remember that
Yeah,
was the
gonna
meme.
outsold the weekend.
Damn, that feels like so long ago. But yeah, okay. I could see it like that's like a one where like the old heads are like, okay, I've seen that
Hmm.
meme before, the Pesbian line. I'll see
Yeah.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll give that a
Push and
nod.
P, she a lesbian. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. The Hearts Part 5 should definitely win.
Yeah, that's
Like
that's
it's
it.
not
That
even a competition here. Like if anything else wins, it's just stupid.
and coming in as the winner, a write-in nominee. I'm a G. I'm from the L, fucking the A M.
Uh
Oh,
huh. Are you ready?
uh,
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Sweet, sweet,
Sweet semen.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, I also agree. I think the Hard Part 5 should be like the runaway winner here. Like this should be Kendrick's Grammy coming up.
All right.
Yeah, best melodic rap performance. I like this category.
That's
The
pretty
addition of
new.
this
That's pretty new. And you know
Yeah,
what? Who did this category first though? Let's be real.
it's interesting.
It's
an
really
point.
interesting.
That's an interesting.
But we got Beautiful, DJ Khaled featuring SZA, easily the worst fucking SZA song I've ever heard. And because of
Yeah,
that, it's my least favorite song on the album.
yeah.
Another Future nominee, Wait for You, with Drake and Thames. I can't say I remember that track, to be honest.
Oh, really? It's the Future and Drake record that was like on TikTok everywhere.
Probably heard it. I just
I
didn't know that's what
will
it was
wait
called.
for you. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that
You
song?
definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I
First
like the
class.
vocals on that. So,
Oh, yeah.
okay, yeah.
You won't be mad. Yo, seeing Future get a Grammy would be
That'd be
kind
kind
of
of lit,
sick.
bro. I think Future is like, he's been making so much music for so long. I feel like y'all need to just give him one, like at this point. And I think
Yeah,
this is a good album for him to get it.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And then Die Hard. Yeah. So, also one thing, Snow Child mentioned how is Walking for the last category. How is Walking not on here or even surround sound? That's Snow
Yeah,
Child. You're speaking to the choir here. Like
literally.
we are some of the biggest Denzel Curry or some of the biggest fans of Denzel Curry's last album, and yeah,
Yeah,
where
no,
to go?
most definitely. Walk-In should most definitely be on here for rap performance for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I'm thinking, bro, like Red Veil should definitely be on here. Even I don't know, people were doubting Red Veil, but when I saw he was submitting to the Grammys, I was like, you know what, bro, like if there's a chance, there's a chance someone's like, this is great, and then you'd get it. But obviously Vegas is on there, except instead of Red Veil. But yeah, I don't know. Red Veil should be on there. Jid should be on there.
yep.
Freddie Gibbs should be on there. I mean, we
Oh
got
yeah,
Pusha T later, but
yeah.
yeah. I mean, we got Die Hard. I don't
Yeah. What do
why
you
out of this one, Big Energy, like for real.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. Um,
probably
Also, it's the live version specifically.
yeah. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Um,
Anyways,
I'm gonna go with First Class. I think that's truly the correct answer here. The Sweet Seaman
yeah,
bar. The
that
performance of that line alone.
yeah. Yeah. If we're talking about the category itself, performance alone, First Class absolutely is like the top tier. So, yeah. No, I
Who do
agree.
you
I agree.
think would win? Do you think this is another just dub for Kendrick? I mean, it's just
Um,
kind of unfair. I feel like he's gonna sweep if they're gonna be like real about it, or if they're gonna keep the upset. Maybe it'll go to Future or something.
that's what my head's at. I think
Yeah,
it's Kendrick, unless they want to be all cutesy wootsy with it and
yeah.
give it to Future, which would also be cool.
I'm fine
But
with Future
like, to
getting
be
it.
honest, anyone else would make me mad. Not
Yeah,
mad, but it would be like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we're just not doing. I guess we're just lying
yeah,
today.
literally. Okay, best rap song, everyone.
So this is, guys, best rap song. This is, in the Grammys' opinion, the best hip hop records
Best
in
hip
this,
hop records of this year.
and this year's been an incredible year for rap,
Inc-
also for R&B, which we'll get to, but yeah, for rap, incredible year. The nominees are
Churchill Downs by Jack Harlow featuring Drake. God did again, double nom.
God.
God did. It
He
just
just keeps
is.
doing.
He just keeps
God
winning.
keeps doing.
God just keeps doing what he does. The hard part 5 again. Um,
Yeah.
Push and P again. Wait for you again. They really couldn't think of anything else to nominate here. Um, I think it's. I just want to bring up real quick. I think it's really interesting. Out of all the songs on Mr. Morale, they choose the Heart Part 5, which is not even on the album. Or like just, I
Yeah.
mean, of all the songs Kendrick released this year, they chose that song, which is a single Lucy thing that he does every year. When there are like Father Time and like all these other insane songs on. I don't know, just kind of
Yeah.
random that it's on there.
again, it's the easy choice because
Yeah.
the Heart Part 5 had that big cultural moment, like, oh shoot, like everyone remembers the video, everyone remembers like
Yeah,
all
that
the
was
people
huge.
breaking
Yeah.
down like but
But that's for a
but
music
yeah,
video, it's like
yeah, exactly.
mhm.
And it would have been nice to see some love for for Father Time, for Auntie Diary, some real rapping,
Right.
and or not real rapping, but like something off Mr. Morale.
Yeah,
Um
off the album.
yeah, but I guess it's also cool that a Lucy is also winning Grammys like that, but it is what it is. What are you
Yeah.
what are we
What would I put?
Yeah.
I would nominate, okay, best rap songs this year. I would nominate. Fuck, this is tough. Tough for us, easy for them to choose all like the bullshit answers. But like, definitely Walkin'. Like that was one of the most played songs this year. Like it's so
Yeah.
catchy. Um, Surround sound for sure. Either PG Baby or Mars from Red Veil.
hmm
I would do
if
um
you really if I could throw in I would want to throw in a Feel No Pain by
okay.
Anderson .Paak, Freddie
Oh
Gibbs
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
something like that, you know.
I'm just
Uh
looking at what I
oh, Johnny
listened to
P's
this week.
Caddy from J. Cole. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could see that.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
honestly, I would have nominated 90 Proof off of Smino's album with J. Cole.
that's good.
That might be, I don't know, best feature run or something type of category that we do, but like that was a great song. Honestly, bro, probably like anything off of West Side Gun's 10, like, or Hitler
Yeah.
Hermes 10, like literally. Choose a song that has like 20 people on it.
I know. I know. Like the fact that there is no Griselda presence on this year's Grammys noms is
Yeah,
crazy. I know Benny dropped something,
Benny the
West Side
Butcher,
just dropped
Conway, bro,
Conway, yeah. So
crazy.
best rap album. Yeah, God did.
God did. Uh,
He's doing. What is
I
it?
never
I
liked you.
Never Liked You by Future. The Come Home, the Kids Are
The
Miss
kids
You.
miss you, Mr. Morale.
Yeah, It's Almost Dry, Pusha T.
Yeah,
Um, you know what? This category might be the most disappointing category to me,
I think
just
so.
because
Yeah,
there's so many good rap album, and there's only five nominees. So who you put in those five spots is big,
right.
and there's incredible albums that missed out on getting nominated. So with that said,
If
it's
we
got to be Mr. Morale, right? It's
I
like
mean, it has to
please,
be, bro. Like, like it's just that's what I'm saying, man. This is gonna be like the easiest year for Kendrick to date, you know,
or, or
or the
just imagine,
worst upsets ever, back to back.
just imagine, on the night of, you just see him coming up to the podium. Ladies, let me hear you cream
Oh
for my
my
album.
god,
God, that would be even worse, I think, than
Jack
Macklemore's
Harlow,
winning.
10-time Grammy Award winner. Like,
Because Macklemore, I could see him being like a Grammys darling, in the sense that
yeah,
like he was coming with the inspirational shit. He was coming with the lyrical miracle stuff, and then he had the hits, the Billboard Hot 100 songs. But Jack Harlow is so not what I expected the Grammys to
no,
back.
I know.
And
For that choice, like he really
yeah,
is like. There's got to be someone, in the Mac. It's always the Macklemore spot, is what I say. Is
the
like,
Macklemore spot.
yeah, like that's always reserved in the rap category for someone. For better for
And
worse, I mean, like Mac Miller filled that spot. Not to be like the white rapper thing, but you know,
yeah. Mac Miller was cool though. One I would The only two I wouldn't mind. The only other one I wouldn't mind winning is Pusha T's Almost Dry.
yeah,
Because that was a really standout album. I really enjoyed that one.
that
But
was
yeah,
fire.
honestly, this is Kendrick's to lose. Not really to lose, but for the for the Grammy to fuck up
Yeah.
on that end. So yeah, I don't know. This is just terrible nomination list.
um,
Any other?
albums I would have nominated,
Mm,
probably obviously Melt My Eyes.
yeah,
Probably honestly the extended edition, like that's like one of the best works like albums this year for sure. Like best bonus like feature deluxe version of albums that I've heard. Um,
That live version of Walk In is
crazy, crazy.
my morning is in my morning routine.
Yeah. I would do obviously Jid's Forever Story for sure. I'm reading off my Spotify. Joey Badass 2000, like for sure nominated.
Oh yeah, you got a chance to listen to it?
Yeah, I did like a 1999 2000 back to back thing, double
Yeah.
feature, if
Oh,
you will.
how is that? How is that with a double feature?
It's cool. It's definitely they're definitely different vibes, but like they're kind of similar in a way.
Yeah.
Just 2000s just more modernized, which is probably the whole like point of it, but I don't know,
Mhm.
99 like I like it better cuz it just feels nostalgic. It just reminds me of like Skate 3, which is like a game I would, or no, Skate 1 as well, which is a game I
Wow.
would play a lot.
Yeah, that's a
And
throwback.
that's just like it just sounds like I'm shopping in like the skateboard shop.
Damn, that is a
Yeah.
throwback. I love that.
Yeah, but so that album, what else is on here, bro? Like
uh oh
literally
uh
Tana Talk 4, like
Space Rabbit, or what's the
yeah,
Soul Separately, that's the one. That's the album.
Soul Sold
Ooh,
Separately, like
that's a
so
world.
many albums
Have
this
you
year.
had a chance to like listen to that one? Like really like listen to
Soul
Freddie Gibbs or
Soul Sold, not really. I've kind of like it'll come up and I'll listen to it and I'll like
Mhm.
go and I'll pick a few, but I haven't like sat down and listened to it like front to back yet.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a good one. There's a great interview on the the
Black
Rap
Thought
Caviar
too.
podcast. That Black Thought, yeah.
Yeah.
And no, they were talking about how they really wanted to build like a world. It was like imagine like Goodfellas in space kind of thing. And I'm like, and I listened back
Yo.
to it. I'm like, I could definitely see that. That's
Yeah.
super cool. So no, it's one of those albums that I keep giving chances, and every time I keep giving it a chance, I like it a little more. So yeah, it's
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
yeah,
I need to check it out for real.
yeah,
Um,
should be nominated.
yeah, I mean, Freddie Gibbs, he's like taking a break from music, so this is like
Hmm.
his last album for a little bit. Okay, let's see.
Where do you want to take us? Country.
Um,
Do you want to give off our country takes?
I think we can skip that. Song of the year.
Song of the year. Let's get it
Hey,
right.
okay. I think this is the most disappointing.
Okay,
Um,
let's look through them.
we
So,
got ABCDEFU by Gail. You've heard this song, right?
I feel like I have, but I just don't remember. What? How does it
Bro,
go?
it goes exactly like that. Bro, you telling me you haven't heard this song?
Okay,
There's no way.
let me listen to it
You
real
need to
quick.
listen to it and play it over your thing right now. Like
Okay.
the chorus. You need to
Oh shit! I hate that song. Oh damn!
Bro,
I
this is nominated. There's no
song
way.
of, for song of the year. I
Song of the year.
That song. I've heard it in like a bunch of TikToks. I've heard it in
That's all it is.
like when
It's
they on the
TikTok bait.
radio. Yeah. I
This
don't.
is
Anyway.
this is like the Grammys response to everybody using that picture of Kanye peeing on the Grammy. This is them throwing it back in our face by nominating this song as Song of the Year.
Yeah. That's whack. That's whack. And then, so yeah, I honestly don't know why that song's considered as why was that even in the pool of possible songs to pull from, to have the like nobody is
Yeah, this is
saying this
wild.
Grammy
Yeah.
worthy, whatever a Grammy is worth nowadays. And then you got About Damn Time, Lizzo, All Too Well, specifically the
The
10 minute
the 10
film.
minute version.
God, we just sucking off Taylor Swift like that. All right.
She's the new
As
Ed
it was.
Sheeran. She's the new Ed Sheeran, I think. I think Ed
Oh
Sheeran's
yeah.
phased out. I think Taylor's the new Ed Sheeran.
Do you think? I don't know. Have you listened to any of her new stuff? Like, do you think she's washed?
Yeah, like against my will. Because like I just know people who listen to it.
Uh huh. She washed?
A little bit. She's getting there.
Yeah.
I think when you release like 5 albums in 2 years, like yeah, her like
Yeah.
the breakout album after the whole label debacle thing was fire for sure. Like that was like a moment. And the whole thing about like Taylor's version and everything, like mad props, mad respect to that, like to Taylor. Like that's kind of wild to like re-record every single song you did
Yeah.
for like the past decade to make sure it's yours. Like that's crazy.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's just like white girl singer songwriter. It's really just like Ed Sheeran's good. Like let's be real. Like Ed Sheeran makes good singer songwriter songs. You know,
Yeah.
they're classic, they're catchy, they're poppy, they catch on. But like it's Ed Sheeran. You know, it's just such a vanilla pick that's what Taylor is kind of morphing into for me. I'm really gonna like piss off a lot of any Swifties that come across this clip, but you know, it's my
We're
opinion.
here for it. Hey
We're
man,
here
we're
for it. I
ready.
can take the flag, please.
And then we got As It Was, Harry Styles, of course.
And Bad
Bad
Habit.
Habits, not Bad Habits. Break My Soul, Easy on Me, God Did, The Hard Part 5, and Just Like That, which I don't know
Oh, are
who
those the
that.
other? Oh, this is the part two. Okay.
Oh, sorry, there's
Break
a part two.
Break My Soul. Okay, good. Thank God, because I'm like, this is really okay. So we also have Break My
That's
Soul. That's like,
disappointing list.
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
a little bit less
Wait,
disappointing.
come back to the first part.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really thought this is all we had.
that would really depress me. That was the
Yeah,
only five for best song.
right.
But yeah. We got Easy on Me, God Did. God did. Why? Who knew that DJ Khaled would be a Grammy darling?
Like really, like let's be real, y'all. Like he really made the song of the year. DJ Khaled made song of the year. Okay. So we
Amen.
have Break My Soul, which is a great pick. I'm glad
Yeah.
Beyonce is getting picked because that album was definitely one of the best albums this year. Break My
Hmm.
Soul. Break My Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was the lead single for sure. But I think like Cuff It is better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alien Superstar is better than Break My
Uh,
Soul.
yeah. Those-
Virgo, Tears
Yeah.
or whatever that's called.
Yeah.
But you know, lead single, I get it. Heart
Yeah.
Part 5. I think that's what that means. Is like they just choose the lead single. So I'm like,
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
like it's so weird the picks. You know, you can just tell it's not really about the specific song that they're picking. It's just okay, well let's
Like what
just
it
give it to
represents.
Kendrick. So let me just pick the
Yeah.
first song he dropped for this whole thing and just say, yeah, that's the one that won, but at least you get a Grammy, you know, like it's
Yeah.
so it's so like they're just throwing these things away at this point.
I know. I know. Yeah. It's not like they're not recognizing the song. They're just recognizing what it represents to give like
Right.
Beyonce a Grammy
Literally.
or Kendrick a Grammy. Like they're just making like the most accessible pick for people to
Mhm.
go back to. Like like yeah, freaking if we're talking about songs of the year, like the year that Good Kid, Mad City came out, like uh, "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst" should have
Right.
been nominated for a Grammy for best rap song. Like, but but yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know that's something I want to keep in mind for our award shows. Like,
Mhm.
maybe nominating more album cuts. I think is a would be a cool one, just because to give those records a little more recognition than
Yeah.
saying,
To
you
show
know,
like we actually listen to the
"Take My Breath."
albums. Yeah.
Like "Take My Breath" is just a song that everyone
Yeah.
knows. Let's
Yeah.
give some love to other artists or other records from that album. So, yeah,
That would be cool.
so yeah, it's I think a theme you're gonna see from us regarding our thoughts on the Grammys is like it's a Kendrick Beyonce night
Definitely.
unless the Grammys want to get cute with it.
And hopefully
Uh,
hopefully a Steve Lacy night. Hopefully. He does have 4 nominations. It'd be really cool if he got one. But
yeah,
you never know. I think he'll get one. I think he's getting I don't know. Maybe I think he'll win. Do you think he'll win Song of the Year? I don't know. I don't know Song of the Year, but he might win two of them.
if we're going by TikTok
True.
like, standards, like
True.
with the way they've kind of gone with the nominations, it's gonna knock every every song out the park.
That's true.
Uh,
I don't
what do
know.
you
I don't
think?
know though. I think ABCDFU has more streams than Bad Habit, bro. Because that's like
Oh,
that has like billion. It's been on Tik. It's just the TikTok song, so it probably has like billions of streams.
yeah. Wait, so what do you think? What would you think the public reaction would be if Bad Habits won over Kendrick and Beyonce? What do you think Twitter would be like?
They'd be like, yeah, they wouldn't like that. I think people
Yeah.
who hate I think a lot of people see Bad Habit or just Steve Lacy as mainstream shit now, which is really shitty because of TikTok. So they're gonna be like, why the fuck did this TikTok song win? That's what they're gonna say. You know, Kendrick,
Yeah.
the artistry, like the King Kendrick, you're gonna deny the king, like something stupid, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I
We got the
think
king and the queen.
right, and the queen. So it. Oh yeah, they would upset a lot of people. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think he'll win this one. He might win maybe one of the pop categories, which would be great. But I
Mhm.
know I think he's nominated for like indie album, so I think he'll definitely win that one.
Wait, really?
I
Wow,
think
I did
so,
not know
like
that.
indie something album.
Would
Let
you
me look for
qualify
that.
that album as indie? I was just
I
I just assumed that it was oh, he's on
I
best
definitely would.
progressive R&B.
That's what it is. Progressive R&B. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I kind of like that.
I think
Is that
he'll win that one. I think so.
yeah, I think so too. Is that did that replace best urban R&B album? The one that Frank Ocean won for Channel Orange?
Oh wait,
Or
that's what
urban
it was.
contemporary?
Oh yeah,
Hmm?
urban contemporary. That's what R&B. I wonder. I don't know. I think so. Maybe that's what it is. It's just like
I think switched it
progressive.
out.
It's just anything kind of blends the R&B and hip hop categories. So I think
Hmm.
it did. Yeah, replace that. Which that's such a stupid. Like, what does that mean? Urban
Mm.
R&B. Like what?
I know.
Yeah.
Change, semantics, but progressive's a decent word to throw in there. So I think he's definitely gonna win that. And then now we got the best R&B perform. R&B, they were slacking on R&B. R&B's been
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So we got
Um,
Beyonce.
Virgo's Groove. Okay, that's cool. That's a good pick. Here with me, I okay with Anderson Paak. Okay, I gotta check that song out. I did not even know Mary J. Blige released an album this year. So I'll definitely check that out. Hours and hours. I don't listen to Mooney Long.
Yeah, me neither.
Um, we have Over Lucky
Lucky Day.
Day. Okay, Hurt
The
Me So Good.
TikTok
Some
chick.
Hotels on there. Hmm.
Whoa, Jasmine Sullivan. How that album
I think it came out last
has
year.
been yeah, that album's been out for a minute.
Someone said that the time span is from August 2021 to September 2022 is like when they capture, not capture, but like when you can submit to
Okay.
the Grammys.
That makes sense why the Doja Cat record is
Yeah,
on there.
yeah.
That
That came out in the summer, I think. So
yeah. There's some good picks in this category. Like I love Jasmine Sullivan, love Lucky Day,
yeah,
and that album does love, obviously Virgo's Groove. But I don't know. I just feel like this album again, this nominee list just kind of disappointed. You're all over.
yeah. I feel
Can't really.
like I think Ari Lennox came out a little too late for it to be
Yeah.
considered, but I think at least I don't know. Like I personally wasn't a biggest fan of this album, but I feel like Brent Faiyaz definitely deserved a nomination. Um,
Yeah.
at least because I thought that album definitely stood out. But
Hmm.
it's hmm, it's
It's
all
kind of
right.
dis. Yeah, it's a mid year.
R&B
Uh,
song. Wait, which one was this one? Perform It. Okay, so R&B song. We have Cuff It. Okay, so these are all like my favorite ones. So we have Virgo's Groove. We got Cuff It. Gordon Moore. Okay, so same thing. Hurt Me So Good. Um, I think Cuff It should win. The only song I
mm,
really know.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I could also see. I'd love to see Jasmine Sullivan win. Hurt Me So Good. Great.
Mm,
Great song. Yeah. Yeah. Same here. I haven't really heard much of these.
okay,
Um.
let's get to the big hitter rounds here. We got
Yes.
all right. Record of the year. Don't Shut Me Down by ABBA. Easy on Me. Adele. Break My Soul. Beyonce. Good Morning Gorgeous by Mary J. Blige. And You and Me on the Rock by Brandy Charlie,
Huh.
featuring Lucius. And okay, we have
Lucian.
Woman, Doja Cat, um, Bad Habit, Steve Lacy, The Heart Part 5, About Damn Time, As It Was. Damn, dude, this nominee pool is small. It's
Name
small.
names
They be recycling.
over. Yeah. Jesus Christ. And also I just realized. Mary J. Blige is great, of course, but also I just realized that record is produced by her, and she is a Grammy darling to the fullest
Oh,
degree. So
that's
I
definitely why.
see see there's potential there for her to take the dub. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm bringing up.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, of this, what do you think of this?
Record of
Now
the
these are
year.
the best records of the year according to the
So
Grams.
record, is that like producer or is that writer?
Award to the artists and to the producers,
Okay.
recording engineers and or mixers.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Hmm. Um. Well, I haven't listened to everything. I listened to most of. I've listened to all of these. I've listened to these two. I haven't listened to these three. Um.
Mm.
Honestly, I would really like "Break My Soul" to win. Because the production on that song and that whole album is crazy. Just because
Yeah.
it's just perfect dance music. Um. Or Heart Part
Perfectly made.
5. Yeah, Heart Part 5 is produced really well. Bad, I mean, I don't think it's going to win Record of the Year. Um, I think he's going to win his Progressive R&B nomination.
Yeah.
And there is one, like, Steve Lacy's production is pretty out there compared to all these, which are pretty, like, standard. Um, I want Break My Soul to win, but I think one of these is going to, like, it's going to be a song, like, a record that's, like, I don't know. I think it will be a random one. I think it'll be either Mary J. Blige or like uh Lizzo or something, or just something that's just like
Yeah.
not really expected but also not like deserving,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
is
I
usually
can
the
see that.
trend. Yeah.
I can see that. Wait, let me go look up who have won the last couple records of the year. But yeah, no, I agree. I think again, it's just hard for me to see anyone beating Kendrick or Beyonce
Yeah.
for any of these big awards. But I will say that yeah, that whole point I brought up about her being the a potential, a producer could mess things up for both of them. Yeah, Leave the Door Open won last year. That's like, of course. Um,
Yeah.
that's a very easy pick. Billie Eilish, Everything I Wanted won 2020, and that's
Hmm.
against Old Town Road, Sunflower, Truth Hurts, Circles. Ooh, this would be a fun segment, is if we go through some of the past winners. We could do that
And
around
React.
Grammy time. Yeah, and just react to how some of these. Damn, 2018 was a stacked year. You got
Oh yeah.
24K Magic, Despacito, Humble, Redbone, The Story of OJ, This Is America, All the
Damn.
Stars. That's a great
That's a
year.
stacked
So
year.
yeah, as a this year has been there's some names on there, some good records, but I'm not excited about this list. But
No.
anyways, yeah.
It is surprising that Taylor isn't on here for Record of the Year, but
Oh, true,
yeah.
true. Yeah.
All right, shall we go to the last big hit around here?
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
album of the year nominees. I need to listen to this ABBA album.
Yeah.
The
Sure.
album cover looks pretty fire, so maybe it's good. All right, we have
I
Voyage
love ABBA.
by ABBA, 30 Adele. We have the Bad Bunny album. I'm not gonna pronounce that. We have Renaissance by Beyonce. Good Morning Gorgeous Deluxe. The Deluxe can be counted. Okay, Mary J. Blige. In These Silent Days, we have Music of the Spheres. Stupid ass name, bro. Like,
The most pretentious name I've ever heard.
yeah, like, okay. We have Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers special, Harry's House. Album of the
All
year,
right.
y'all. I mean, Kendrick,
What do
bro.
you think is gonna win? What do you think
Who do I
should
think is
win?
gonna win?
Like realistically, the Grammys.
It might be Mary
Uh,
J. Blige. I think it might be Mary J. Blige. I don't know. I think she's nominated so much throughout this that I think it's a classic,
yeah,
nominee. Mary J. Blige. It's a known name. People of all demographics know that she makes great music and has for many years. So I feel like they'd be like, yeah, like let's show her, give her another Grammy while she's making music. Um, Other than that, maybe not Adele.
oh,
I don't.
Brandy Carlisle is gonna come in out of
Maybe.
nowhere.
Yeah, I think maybe Brandy
Oh,
Carlisle.
like
It.
come in and just
Yeah.
snag up this Grammy from
Yeah. Just.
Kendrick, Beyonce.
I mean, that's what happened last year. Is like an album that nobody knew. Um.
John Batiste.
Yeah, John Batiste. But I mean, doesn't discount I mean, it's not really based on how many people knew it, but like
Yeah.
it was just kind of out of nowhere. So I can see them doing that again. But honestly, obviously, Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper should definitely win this. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Given like, I don't know, just given like I feel like that album, the tour, the whole messaging, like the whole rollout, the whole like Kendrick's comeback, like that was such a huge moment and a massive part of this year that it deserves. All I'll say is wait for OTP. Okay, wait for the OTP
Yeah.
awards, and the flowers will be given properly.
So motivating, man. This
Yeah.
is like we're about to put together the best
Flawless.
list of nominees
Yeah.
to represent this amazing year in music. So I'm super excited. And honestly, yeah, thank you to the Grammys for like
Making it
also
easy.
yeah, also Kitchen Boy, damn. So Bad Bunny took your girl. He says I'll say it again. I don't like Bad Bunny. He took my girl.
Damn,
That sucks, man.
that's tough.
He's
That's
taking
tough.
everyone's girls and guys out
Mm-mm.
here. So you're not the only one. Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Grammy nominee
Yeah.
list. That's definitely not all the categories, but those are probably the ones that y'all care about.
Yeah.
Will I be watching? Probably not. I'll probably see the updates on Twitter. But I'm excited to see the upsets this year. I'm excited to see ABCDFU win Record of the Year, or Song of the Year, or whatever it is. I'm gonna be full like voting for just the worst. I'm gonna be rooting for all the worst picks this year. I think is what I'm gonna be doing. Live tweeting. Damn, Jack Harlow lost again. Like, when is this boy getting recognized?
It feels like if there's ever like a shit post Grammy, this is
Yeah.
the year. And I'm with you. I'm rooting for Jack Harlow to just win everything so we can
I think I
we
want
can
the
call this.
God did sweep. I want the sweet semen sweep. I want it all.
Yeah. Ooh, someone clip that. Our thoughts out of context. Let's go ahead and clip that.
Let's go. Go ahead and
Um
clip that.
yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for this Grammys, not to watch it, but just to see the results of like
Hmm.
and see how unhappy can we get the general public. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um,
Okay. Well, let's. Okay. I have another thing I want to talk about here. Let's forget the Grammys. Forget the Grammys.
please.
Forget the Grammys. I don't have a segue for this, but y'all, I saw the new Black Panther movie a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever. I think you've seen it too. I'm just gonna put a general spoiler alert out right now if you haven't seen it, because I'm gonna probably accidentally say something. So spoiler alert right now. I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I don't want to.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Spoil like if you want, come back when after we'll make like just watch us on mute and then we'll make big hand gestures
yeah,
and then that's when we're good. So
yes.
yeah. With that said, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, coming back after, the unfortunate loss of Chadwick Boseman and in this case T'Challa. What'd you think about the movie, man?
Yeah, I thought it went in a direction I really didn't think it was gonna go. It was very I think overall the tone is what threw me off, or not threw me off, but surprised me. From the beginning was like I was really really curious how they were gonna deal with the whole Chadwick Boseman thing, bro. The first 2 minutes, I'm not gonna lie, I was bawling crying. Like
They put you
yeah, and I didn't think it was gonna get me like that, but I was just like, fuck, like, damn, like, it was just beautifully shot. Really, it was just done with a lot of love, which is really cool. Because I look at other Marvel films and they feel like commercial, washed, just awful green screen, like whatever thrown together. But this one felt intentional. It was shot beautifully. And it was really sad. It was really, really sad. Very somber and almost hopeless at some points, which was really, I don't know. I think I wanted a little bit more hope from it. I wanted there to be sort of a bigger silver lining moment.
Yeah.
For me to kind of just be like, okay, we're grieving, we're grieving the death of Chadwick Boseman, but let's be hopeful about the future. Let's have a silver lining of where this franchise is going. And we didn't even get that, spoiler alert, until the very, 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 very end, which was the post-credit scene, that had more exposition in it, which I didn't like. I was like, wait, this is like a whole new part of the story. Like, we're learning this like after the credits. Like, this could have been.
Yeah.
This is huge news. Like, people could have left.
One of the greatest like last of a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And they put it. I guess it's technically part of the movie because it's not. It's like after the mid credits, like the fancy.
The credits are the credits, bro. Like the movie's over, and then you're gonna have the post credit scene. That's how it is. But
yeah, my dad, I it's gotten so confusing now with Marvel because my dad was like, so what's mid credits and what's post credits, and I had to explain him like there's the after the movie, and then there's like the well like illustrated, usually like very fancy credits where it's like the actors and all that. I guess that's
the circle jerk. Yep.
Yeah. And
it's Robert Downey Jr. It's always like some crazy like. It's always like Scarlett Johansson. Like, that's how I see it. I'm just like, okay.
How you hear other.
Because it's always like a crazy 3D, like Andrew Garfield. Like, okay.
You gotta give us something to cheer for.
Yeah. No.
Something
No. I like it. But it's always like, it's just so. If you look at it like objectively, like, it's just so funny. Like, if this was after like Moonlight or something, like just like a really like artsy film, and it's like they just did like an Oscar-worthy performance, and it's just like, and it's like, I don't know, like, and it's just something like really stupid. I don't know. That's something that Marvel is like just cracks me up over. It's just how like epic it is, But yeah, my beef.
But yeah, what were you gonna say about like the hope and like how somber? I don't know.
Yeah.
Your kind of overall points about the movie.
Yeah, overall points. I did like the villain, Namor, I think was his name. The underwater city was crazy. That was really cool. What I didn't like about the whole conflict, the whole villain arc, that story, was that there was like barely any beef between them, or like the beef that they had that caused like a battle and like thousands or like hundreds of Wakandans to like die, was a conversation that could have been settled in like 2 minutes, and it was. They were just like, when she was about to like stab him or whatever on the beach, she had like a flashback, and then she's like, let's not kill each other, and he's like, agreed. And then they come back and he's like, everybody stop, the war is done, we've made amends. I'm like, that was all it took? Like, just a 2-minute conversation? Like, we couldn't have done this an hour and a half ago?
I kind of get it in terms of like they're both grieving, and you kind of do some crazy shit when you're grieving or when you're caught up in your emotions, and in that both of their cases, they have a lot of power and resources, so that has a lot of, so I get, but also it's like, there are a lot of comic book movies where I always say you could solve it with like a Post-it note.
Literally. Yeah.
Like a Post-it note on the fridge, like, hey,
I'm sorry.
The vibranium thing is not a big deal. We could team up.
Yeah, let's team up. Exactly, yeah. So, I don't know. That's me being picky about it, but it did feel a little anticlimactic when they finally like beat them and like they like made amends. And then when he was like going, when Namor or whatever went to his, was talking to his, I don't know who this girl was to him, but maybe like his right-hand man or something. But she was like, what the fuck? Like now they're going to like come back and attack us. And he's like, no, like we're going to team up and like take on the overworld together. Like he said it in such like a weird way that it sounded like really backhanded. And I was like, oh, like, is he going to like fuck with them somehow? So maybe that was setting something up. That was a little bit, that was just something I noticed. Like maybe it was a little bit suggestive, as if we're going to see him come back in a later movie, or like he's still not 100%, I'm with the good guys now. So that was interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I did enjoy it. Made me cry really hard. It was a great ode, love letter to Chadwick Boseman. The silent Marvel credits at the beginning were crazy. That was like, I was like, oh, I can't take it, bro. Like at that point, that because I've been crying for like 3 minutes straight from the opening.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, no, definitely
Soundtrack.
the
Soundtrack
soundtrack
for
was fire.
the
Yeah,
film
yeah.
was great. Love that.
Ludwig Göransson on the soundtrack, fire as
Yeah.
always.
Thames kind of being the main vocalist on this album was incredible. Obviously, besides like the
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna singles.
The Rihanna
Um,
song, yeah.
yeah, when that hit towards at the end, I was like, yeah,
I was like,
this is right. This
yeah,
is perfect. Yeah, it like to say it's a sad song is kind of not doing it justice because it's also kind of hopeful, and I think putting it at
it's
the end
it's like a
versus
powerful, yeah, very powerful, bittersweet kind of yeah, very bittersweet moment. And
yeah,
I felt like that is what it wanted to end on, and hearing that song right at the credits, definitely, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, that was fire. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, no,
Uh, I don't know about you, but there's definitely a T'Challa sized hole in this movie. Like I really love the movie. I just realized I haven't said my thoughts on it, but
yeah,
basically I really like the movie. You know, I'm kind of like the Marvel fan in this in
right,
the Our Thoughts. So obviously I enjoyed the storytelling. I enjoyed this world, and I like it was a very beautiful kind of statement about grief and love
mm-hmm.
and what happens when you pass and what you
How you deal
represent
with it, yeah,
you know, on that end. Um, uh, but yeah, no, this movie was definitely missing, and we were talking about this, like someone to kind of bring all these storylines together.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that,
yeah,
and it's funny because I would also argue to against my point saying T'Challa also was still pulling everything together, but he just wasn't in the movie. Like he just
yeah.
wasn't making scenes. So yeah, I don't know. I think, but I also like that they didn't avoid it or try to like finagle it in any way. They just acknowledge that yeah,
Mm,
T'Challa's missing. We
mm-hmm.
get it. Let's just try to do what we can, kind of thing. And that also included bringing back Killmonger, which I
Yeah,
really enjoyed. You know, I was wondered
that
like a
was
lot of
cool.
people after the first Black Panther was like, is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? And I was like, I hope so because that would kind of take away
Right.
from that last, you know, what was that? His last line? He's like, I'd rather die than live a life in bondage. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was a really cool, goosebumps walk away type thing.
Right, right.
Um, but when he comes back and it's like, and what he's there for, I don't know. It was really cool and a really cool parallel I think to draw. And no, I think everyone came to play. Angela Bassett was incredible
Fire.
as
Oh yeah, she was
my God.
really really great. Man, yeah, she was super powerful in
Yeah.
that movie as the queen. But I was really sad. Yeah, okay, someone said spoiler. This is all spoiler talk. I realize we have to say that like after maybe I should put a big
Sorry.
spoiler sign.
Yeah,
Spoiler
we're
right
gonna
now. Spoiler right now. Spoiler right now.
also we just saw
Spoiler.
us do big hand gestures. We have not. If you're watching on mute, stay on mute.
Yeah. Spoiler right now.
Yeah.
Very sad when the queen died. Very sad. I did not like that about this movie. Um,
Mm.
on the point, first with the T'Challa size hole in this film, that was one thing I was really missing was a grounding protagonist. I know that the sister, becoming the Black Panther and all that, like that was where this was headed. It just didn't like her performance was great, but there was something about Chadwick Boseman that really just grounded a film, you know, and I think either his energy or specifically the what he brought to the Black Panther role. Um, yeah, so it did feel like they were kind of jumping around the world a lot, jumping between the different women we were following, but it didn't feel as connected and um, as the plot didn't move very as fast as the first movie. You know, it was in desperate
Kind
need
of like
for.
that. I like because when it's grieving, when it's something
Mm-hmm.
like that kind of topic, to kind of jump around a lot to move the plot ahead, I think would be very like disingenuous to that kind of plot, you know, whereas you really want to when it's something like that with grieving and death, it's like you really want to have those conversations and to marinate
Mm-hmm.
in that feeling, so that way when it's good again, like you really feel that. And I think that, in my opinion, I think that movie did a good job of like putting you in so much darkness. I personally like the mom dying because I thought you want to, to root for a protagonist, you got to beat him up a little bit. And I
Mm.
think just taking away everything from Shuri, I
Yeah,
think
that was
is
crazy.
a really cool place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I personally, that don't mind the kind of slowness of it, but I do miss. It makes me miss the first movie a lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the first
because
movie feels like so much fun. It feels like a
right,
Power Rangers movie compared to the to Wakanda Forever.
literally, yeah. So yeah, that's definitely a different take. I definitely see. I think the reason why I wanted it to feel like it needed to move more is just because of the Feige Disney stuff that they stuck in there. It could have been fully
Yeah,
contained in the emotional, more slow burn, that coming of age, that very Moonlight esque energy that the plot was written for. But of course, they had to go in and do their set pieces and have the like crazy hero moments and stuff like that, and that doesn't fit within a more somber, a more grounded, gritty look at these people's lives, and let alone the fact that they're Wakandans. So I felt like imbalanced, and that imbalance made the slow, more deliberate emotional scenes definitely drag a little bit, which that's why I think it just needed a little bit of a kick or something in there, and I feel like having someone a little more grounding as a protagonist could have given that to us. But I also do like that aspect about stripping everything away from her and like making her go through this really traumatic time and almost turning into an anti-hero. I was like, damn, this is like her Batman Joker moment right now. Like she's about to go crazy the way that she started talking to people. I was like, she's gonna be the new Thanos or something. Is the way she's like stomping over people. But she got
yeah.
humbled at the very end, and that I thought was really interesting with the whole the kid thing. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
there were when this movie hits, it really really hits, and it's really beautiful, and it's done with a very tender hand. But then it still has the Marvel stench on it, that it has to
Well,
have.
you're in a Marvel movie, so yeah, it's gonna happen. I personally, like I read the comic book, so I'm kind of like
Hmm.
I I'm used to, I guess, like that comic book balance of like,
Right.
let's be like a very tender scene, and then you're gonna go in straight into an action scene. So I'm guess I'm just like acclimated, or like p- not I'm like I'm I don't even know the right word for it, but yeah, I get it. But I understand it's like
Right.
on a film level, if you're on a film level, it can be kind of disjarring, or
Yeah.
disorienting, jarring a
Yeah.
little bit. For sure, I get that. To be honest, there definitely are parts throughout this movie where I was like checking my clock and I was like, damn, we
Mm.
got a while to go. But I didn't think any of this movie had anything unnecessary. Like the thing that came closest to it was the Ross stuff,
Yes. That all
the
could have
stuff
been gone.
guy and Fontaine.
Yeah.
But I thought the beginning of it was interesting because it kind of lets you see like the global aspect of what Wakanda is to the world now, the vibranium stuff. I thought that
Hmm.
was crucial. And then as the emotional stuff starts getting more dire and all that stuff, their storyline gets more and more careless and or meaningless. Um, but yeah, no, I don't know. I thought this was really good, really solid entry. And I think it was a incredible tribute to Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
I just I don't know, man. Like
Yeah, man, I
I wish
cried.
I
I
wanted
cried so
one
hard.
more. I wanted one more solo movie with T'Challa, man.
I
Like
know.
at least one more. But I think going forward, the way they went with it, with the again, spoiler alert,
Spoiler alert.
introducing his son naming him Prince T'Challa,
Yes.
I think is super cool because you have that there's like a petition, a movement of like people wanting to recast T'Challa because it's like, look,
Mm-hmm.
we got the multiverse. Why can't we just bring in another T'Challa? Because like I want to see the Black Panther, and
Right.
I get that it's totally valid. Um, but I think what they did here was set themselves up for years to come in a way that
Yeah.
will be cool. So
Maybe the
I'm
next, yeah, maybe the next Black Panther will have a crazy time jump, and that little kid is like 20 something years old, you know, or 15 or something, and he's learning to be the Black Panther.
yeah,
Um,
they don't need to get to him like for a while. They
yeah,
can wait for
that kid's life is on lock. Like he he signed his soul away for Marvel.
yeah, he's gonna be on the Marvel diet,
Yeah,
just
yeah. They're gonna
taking in
groom
like
him. He's gonna be like Mr. Marvel, bro. They're gonna groom this kid.
Mr. Marvel and the Big Steppers.
Yeah, Mr. Marvel and the and the Big Steppers. Oh my god, that'll be the
Uh,
movie.
yeah, I can't wait for that. That whatever his whole thing starts to get going here, that'll be really cool to see. So, but yeah, no. Overall, where does this kind of is this on like the what tier of Marvel movies is this for you? Just because I don't really.
This was one of the better. This was one of the best Marvel movies I've seen in a minute. In terms of um the artistry of it, you know, the intention behind it. It felt like the most genuine uh Marvel movie for sure. So it's definitely up there. I think it's it's definitely a sad watch. But it definitely brought out a lot of emotion in me, so I have to give it a lot of props for that, just because it did hit hard. And I don't be crying at Marvel movies, but this one made me cry. So I'd say it's pretty up there.
Oh, you didn't cry when in Ant-Man 2 when friggin'
You didn't cry
Michelle
when,
Pfeiffer
yeah.
comes through and the long lost wife or I want to that's a game I want to play at one point is uh I'm gonna bring up a movie. I'm gonna ask you to relay the plot to me and like tell me what happened.
Oh my god, that would be that'd be a really good test on my own memory, which I don't really trust.
Like, oh, Iron Man 2, there's a suitcase and Mickey Rourke
Some
wants a
guy with
bird.
like robot hands on the racetrack or something.
Sam Rockwell makes a really
Yeah.
good performance. Some, yeah, but yeah, no. Yeah, I think this was also. I agree. I agree. This is one of the best ones. I'd like. I want to give it some time, but I'm almost putting it up there with like, the Infinity Wars,
Oh
the
wow.
End Games, well, I don't know where you guys put like number one, the A tier, but I think it's like in that B plus A minus tier.
Okay, for
Like
sure.
in terms of the artistry, in terms of like the intention, and the frankly like the shit that they had to go against.
Right,
Losing your
right.
main star while this thing is in
That's
pre-production
tough.
is tough. I
Well,
had to
your main
rewrite.
star is an anti-vaxxer in the middle of COVID.
Oh,
I remember when those articles were like, so and so. I don't know. I forget the actress's name, but she's like, they're like, yeah, like they can't film because she won't get the vaccine. I'm like, bro, what's going on?
I know. We're
Finish the
willing to
movie.
suspend disbelief for like Okoye beads that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
heal you, but we can't do a
She was in
vaccine.
character. Yeah, she was like, I can heal myself with the vibranium. I don't need the vaccine. I have the vibranium.
Good. I'm good. I already got it. I got the
Yeah,
vaccine, whatever you guys are
right.
calling it. Uh,
Whatever y'all are calling it, bro. They're like, we've had COVID like years ago. We in Wakanda, like, we have the cure for that. You all could have just asked if you would have shared the resources.
for for real. Also, one thing I thought about Wakanda, they look like they have one really amazing food. They showed like some
Oh
jerk
yeah,
chicken.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, that looks like it's popping. Also, they look like they have really great Wi-Fi. Um,
Totally, yeah. I feel like they do.
yeah, and also I feel like you could just drink out of their like natural
Yeah,
green water, grassland land water. Like
the air is
I don't know.
crisp out there.
Yeah, if there's one thing that this movie continued to do, is that it really made Wakanda like a really cool place. Like it made
That
Wakanda real.
Yeah, I love that. I love the scene when they're out by the elephants and like I'm like, damn, they're like really in like Africa right now. Like it just looks the environment was beautiful, which I loved. And which really it felt like it really lacked that in the first Black Panther. So that was
Yeah,
really cool.
sure.
But yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely up there. Definitely up there. Great movie. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. Um,
Hmm.
and I'm curious to see where they take this story next.
Yeah. Yeah. Really cool. Real cool ending to Phase 4, which I stand by. I think it was a really good phase, for people who are actually like into Marvel stuff,
Hmm.
and like you're into the characters and all that stuff. I think this was a really cool phase, and like exploratory. Like I think of like the golden age of comics, where it's just like Stanley was just like, let's just do everything. Let me do
Right.
Doctor Strange fighting a yellow and green line. Here's Ant-Man, fucking here's like
Yeah.
just weird shit. Let's go ahead and throw it on the screen. Let's appease like let's bring it, let's give the feeling of like this is what comic books were uh back in the 50s, 60s. So I enjoyed it. I get it's not for everyone. And but yeah, there's our Black Panther 2 review. Um Speaking of Black Panther, let's talk about an artist that featured on the Black Panther 1 soundtrack.
Yes.
Gentlemen.
I'm
I'm over to Oregon. Hey, here, you hum a Ed Sheeran song. I'll hum Blinding Lights. Ready?
Oh,
Dun, dun,
okay.
dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun,
dun,
dun.
dun. What,
I'm in
what,
I don't know how the fuck it goes.
what Ed Sheeran song is that?
You know the one where it's like dum 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 dum. That's all. It's
No,
you know. How does that one go?
that'd be whatever song that is. What that is, you have to find it
I
now.
have to. I have to show you. You've heard it. You've heard it.
Yeah, also, spoilers. We're good. We're done.
No more
You can
spoilers.
tell by the Ed Sheeran the Weekend face. Um, yeah. So some big news, I
Weekend's been
guess.
talking a lot. We just had the 10-year anniversary of Trilogy pass us a couple days ago.
Man,
10 years. Abel had a lot of really interesting things to say about the album and what he thinks about it and like what he plans to do with it on Spotify and stuff like that. But yeah, man, 10 years since Trilogy. What do you think about that?
it's just funny because I'm like, well, first of all, let me start my tribute to Trilogy not by saying it's funny. Trilogy, incredible album, man. Just 3 mixtapes. Like I can't even imagine. Obviously, I came in at around Beauty Behind the Madness time, but I can't even imagine getting coming across Trilogy, listening to these 3 albums, like when it was fresh, not knowing who The Weeknd was, and just kind of finding him. Like, no, that stuff is just beautiful to me. I'll never not be amazed by, kind of the mystique and patience which was with where he operated his career,
Mm-hmm.
and this album is great. Has some 3 of the greatest mixtapes I think ever put on wax.
Right.
Uh, but back to what I was saying earlier, it's funny, because this is gonna be, this is The Weeknd's first album, and this is kind of the beginning of us being like, oh, this is the 10-year anniversary of this Weeknd album. Oh, and 10 years for some reason is just such a daunting number, because
Yeah.
10 years, where was I 10 years ago? Oh, shit, I was in high school. So it was just, when people brought that up, I was like, damn, man, 10
Yeah.
years ago, 2012, fucking who knows? We were, no, we were in middle school actually.
Yeah. Going into high school. I think like 2013 or 2014. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, 2012,
Yeah.
2013
But
was
almost
like,
almost 10 years ago. That's crazy.
so that's crazy. And obviously we can go into, we can go into a little bit of a trilogy flower session, but also I want to get to your thoughts, like 10
Yeah.
years, decade in,
Yes.
you're the trilogy truther of the pod. What are you
Shout out
thinking?
Trilogy. Yeah, no. When it was the 10-year anniversary, I was spinning Trilogy all day, just going through and man, like I think one House of Balloons is the best out of the three. I just have to say that outright, even though I always, rep the Echoes of Silence. I think that's just I don't know. There's just something about the vibe. And I've just gone this long repping it. I'm like I just have to at this point.
It's your brand.
It's just
It's
my
your
brand. Yeah. But no, House of Balloons has so many gems on it, man. Like it, literally like it has the most of like the best songs off Trilogy on that LP or EP, I guess. But yeah, no. Trilogy, I'm kind of baffled that it's been 10 years, to be honest. Yeah, it was really interesting though what the Weeknd was talking about on Twitter about the different versions of songs. Like he was bringing up tweets talking about like my day one fans know that this is not an album, that it's three separate EPs, blah blah blah. I think I'm thinking about getting rid of Trilogy off of streaming services and just leaving the EPs on there now that all the samples are cleared. And it's produced better. And I don't think he should get rid of Trilogy, honestly. I think people should just be able to like go in and listen to, or honestly maybe he just makes a new trilogy. I mean, I don't know, that's not what he wants to do. But he is right in that like those original versions of all the songs are definitely mixed better. They sound better. They're a little more interesting. I know that your big critique of Trilogy is that there's a lot of songs that just kind of drag, and so the alternate or the original version's dragging even longer. But as someone who just loves Trilogy, I don't really care. I'm just like, yes, like the full like hype for this goes crazy, and it's just like 3 minutes of just vocals that really didn't add that much to the song. It just made it more of a vibe. I don't really care. I'll still go for it. But yeah, no, I fuck with Trilogy. I don't want him to take it off as like a full cohesive album. I don't want him to take it off Spotify just because like that's Trilogy, like it just wouldn't be called Trilogy anymore, So that's my thought on that. I don't know what y'all think.
I think there's something so cool about the idea of like the concept of Trilogy. It's I don't know, like it sets up exactly what the Weeknd is to anyone who is jumping in to the fan base to XO. Is like you come in, you see his first you see the mixtapes, and then you see this called Trilogy, and Trilogy, it's that's a film thing,
right?
Is that idea of threes, and that's to me what the Weeknd is. He is like a film. He's a cinephile, posing as like a music artist,
right? Right.
That's cool. I think Trilogy. I think as is, it's cool where you can have the choice of listening to the Trilogy version. You can listen to the separate mixtapes. And I think it's cool. And yeah, no, I think it's a very interesting conversation. Like I think of like George Lucas, how he was like editing his movie even after it come out, like and like sending out new prints of it as it was in theaters. And I think it's like, and I respect like, you want the artist to be able to have control over like what version they listen to, like I'm sure the art, like you would want them to listen to your personal favorite version, like what you think is the best version. But also, yeah, there are fans that have grown so attached to that Trilogy cover. I mean, even just the cover alone is so iconic, like it's like the Rolling Stones thing. So no, I'm with you. I agree. Like I think just as is, it's cool. You can just jump into the remastered version, or you can
right. I know I need to get all three on vinyl. I think I need to see them lined up on my wall like that. I think that'd be crazy.
Would you copy the box set?
The box set?
There's like a Trilogy box set. You open it up and it's like 150.
Oh damn. For 3 vinyls?
But it's like you get like cool designs, and maybe you get like,
is it the original? Is it the version that just dropped, like with like the new like the additional vocals and stuff like that, the cleared samples, or just
you know what, yeah, let me say it is the original versions.
Okay.
But it's called the Trilogy original
box set. Okay.
Box. Would you cop for 150?
I don't know, because I already have one of them. I have Echoes of Silence, so like I could save the money, spend $60 and get the other 2, and that's basically Trilogy. Like
if there was like a plan where it's like, I have this one, can I exchange?
Yeah.
And then
that's like when Kendrick released like the deluxe version of Damn, which is just Damn backwards.
Oh my god, yeah.
on vinyl he released that, and that's like I remember I saw like people were like real Kendrick fans, like casual Kendrick fans listen to like the Damn Deluxe, but real Kendrick fans listen to Damn Deluxe in reverse. I'm like, bruh. That's just
I love
damn.
I know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I would damn trilogy box uh, vinyl box with like
Yeah.
maybe some like behind the scenes. Like I think I sent you a while ago. There was like someone had leaked like a bunch of like sketches for like the Beauty Behind the Madness like
Oh
logos and
yeah, yeah.
track lists and all that stuff. Like that would be
Oh,
cool.
send that to me
Like
again.
so,
I forgot about that. That's cool.
yeah, it's been a minute. I'll find that. Yeah, but yeah, so with Trilogy, man, like I don't know. My first time that it clicked for me, honestly, because I listened to it a couple times, man, and I just remember, I don't know, for some reason it was like I was driving. Um, oh, I remember what it was. Yeah, I was driving because I had just gotten my license, and uh, and the first thing I decided to do was drive to San Francisco with some middle school people,
Damn.
and I was like, "Oh, this this sucks." Like I hate it. You know, the narrow streets
Yeah,
and
yeah. Driving in SF. Yeah, that
people
sucks.
just going,
Hmm.
you know. And I remember I was just kind of pissed off for the rest of the night, and that put me in the mood, I think, to listen to this album because then I put it on the way home, driving in the pre.
Nice.
I just came on and I was like, "This is it."
It's
Like this.
hidden. Especially driving
That
from like a foggy, San Francisco night, driving across the bay, like that's when you're supposed to listen to that. Um,
yeah,
but
you have to
yeah,
be kind of depressed or kind of mad
kind of pissed
to
off about something, yeah.
yeah,
In a
for it
little
to
bit of a
like
hater mode. Yeah.
yeah, a little bit. No, do you remember kind of the it doesn't have to be the first time that you listened to it, but kind of like the first time it clicked, anything like that?
Hmm. I don't think it clicked until after Beauty Behind the Madness for me.
Yeah,
There were a few standout tracks for sure. Um, I listened to, The Birds, High for This, Rolling Stone, and that was kind of like my taste of the weekend, honestly.
yeah,
And then Beauty Behind the Madness came out, and I was like, holy shit, this is so good. And then that's what made Trilogy make sense. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what he was working up to. And seeing that progression is what made me a fan, because I was like, oh shit, like this guy, like he's gonna be something big, like this album goes crazy, and it did. Like he had The Hills, which went crazy, like a bunch, Tell Your Friends and stuff like that. That was our first concert. So yeah, I don't think until after that, probably after that concert, that really like catapulted me deep into his discography and made me really rediscover everything. But yeah, no, it still hits, man. It's timeless. I think it's like it's just crazy, like how consistently timeless every track is. I'm like, you could go through every track and it's a banger. Like it does not matter. And it all sounds like within the same realm. So I think that's why Trilogy. I will always be a Trilogy truther to the day I die, because that's just that's the roots. You gotta appreciate where he came from.
Hey, Kay asks Matt, what is your top 5 records
Top 5
from all
records.
the Trilogy? Let's do it.
That's a
Let's
good
do
one.
it.
That's a good question. Let me look it up real quick. Um, oh my god, I just got a thing from Spotify as I opened it up to look at Trilogy, and I thought this was my Wrapped,
Uh,
and I was like, wait, what? But it was like, see what your rap said last year. Okay, here's a little
oh,
anecdote. Okay, top genre last year for me on Spotify: Wrapped, alternative hip hop. Alternative hip hop. That's all they say.
okay.
Oh, I see. I see. They just made a little playlist. I thought they were gonna go into it. Okay, let's go. Let's go to Trilogy.
Or Kay also says or 6, so 2 from each mixtape.
Okay, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Got it. 2 from each mixtape. So let's start with House of Balloons. Man, these are all so good. Probably. Damn, bro. All right, from House of Balloons, for me, it'll have to be The Morning
Ooh, yeah.
and Wicked Games. From Thursday, my top 2. Hmm. These are good. The Birds Part 1 or Part 2. Um,
The one on our geology project?
yeah, yes. No, no, that's EXO the host.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Trust me, bro. I know. I think it's the Birds Part 2. This is one I like.
Okay.
The Birds Part 2 and The Zone. Got to get Drizzy Drake in there.
Yeah.
And then off Echoes of Silence. Echoes of Silence, the song. And this is tough. It's between DD, Dirty Diana, or XL the Host. But I think I'm going to go with XL the Host, actually. Which, Dirty Diana was always my favorite, but I don't know. XL the Host, it's a long song, but it's like his Pyramids. Like, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, no, that's a great comp. That is a
Mhm.
great comparison. Yeah, I love that. And I was just looking over the track list. Also, first of all, there you go, Kay. I was looking over the track list, and I'm always amazed at just the fact that Till Dawn is like the last song on Trilogy, and
Yeah,
you have Dawn F. You fast forward to Dawn
exactly.
FM. Like, obviously a lot of people mention that as like leading up to Dawn FM and like how does it relate, all that stuff. But no, I just think, and in general, I think the main thing I admire about the Weeknd's like early part of his career is how much he knew what was gonna happen almost. Like
Hmm.
obviously he didn't know he's gonna be number one streaming, whatever. Blinding Lights would take over as the number one stream song, all that stuff. But he knew that he was gonna be big, and he knew that
Right.
how it would affect his day one fans, like on songs like Rolling Stones,
Yeah.
um, you know,
He
like
knew he would write, yeah, like you said, he would write about like what how people would treat him differently, how the girls he was dating would treat him differently, like people who wronged him. He's like, oh, you're gonna like wrong me now, but once I'm big, like you're gonna come running to me, like those kind of
yeah,
bars.
that
So
stuff
yeah.
is incredible. It's prophetic how
Right.
I don't know. So there's so much to love. Obviously, I feel like I come across as like the trilogy critic, but I love this. I love this album. It's not gonna, um, it's never gonna be like an album that I
Ever
that
listen to.
isn't as
Yeah.
sacred. Yeah,
It's
I
never
swear.
gonna be an album I
No, no,
personally listen to, because it's so mid.
y'all can have it. Y'all can have it.
Y'all can keep that. I'm good off that. Yeah, I'm good off that trilogy.
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
Oh, that's just I'm better on mute.
Yeah, he a
Nah.
10, but that shit better on mute. All right.
Hey, one of those two things are true. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah.
But no, I love this album. So happy that it's been getting its flowers, and here are our flowers for Trilogy.
Trilogy.
Anything else about that before we get into well, I mean, I don't know how much we can say about it, but
Sure,
Blinding
sure.
Lights. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Thanks for
Great.
Abel. Happy 10-year anniversary. Don't
Yeah.
take it off of Spotify. This is my last thing. If you do take Trilogy off of Spotify, then we won't have the Till Dawn song, because that's technically a hidden track, and it only exists
Mm,
on the Trilogy complete album version, not on the actual separate EP. So
there you go. Do not do it.
do
Don't do it,
not
Abel.
do it.
Don't do it, Abel. So with that said, as Matthew David here, and I think someone else said, I think it was Curry, said, first of all, Die For You hitting 1 billion streams. That's really cool.
Holy shit.
Timeless, that's an example of a timeless record right there, where in terms of it came out in 2016, yet it got this huge buzz, obviously
Out of
from
nowhere.
TikTok, but
Yeah.
but also because it's a song that just belongs in any single, it doesn't belong in a time period. It's just
Right.
one of those records that are you can put on any time.
Absolutely.
With that said, also Blinding Lights is about to overtake Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, I think,
Let's
as the
go.
number one most streamed song of all time. That is great. That is
Dude,
thank.
wait, hold on. That is the song I was humming, bro. Right? Shape of You?
I'm in love with the shape
Yeah.
of you.
It's like doom,
There
doom, 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 doom.
you go. It works out. Okay, I hear it now.
Full circle.
I hear it.
That's what I was saying.
It must be a fun game. Is like we each have 5 songs.
I have to hum
That
the
we
melody. You
will-
have to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, or same thing on my end. Like we just trade. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a funny ass stream for people to just like. I'm imagining someone jumping into the stream and then right as we're like,
Doom,
do
doom,
do
doom.
do 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 do
Dunked in hot shower. Yeah. Need cauliflower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna look like freaking psychos. But yeah. So yeah, Blinding Lights getting overtaken by The Weeknd.
That's wild. What is at that last I saw that thing's at like 3.5 billion streams. So I don't know what the record is or what Shape of You has, but that's an insane amount. Like truly insane.
Blinding Lights is at 3.255.
Okay. Oh, less. Okay. Damn, that's crazy.
And then Shape of You.
How are there 2 billion streams but there's only 8 million people in the world? Is my question.
Well, that's if you're using a metric system, I think.
Oh, so there's 8 million Europeans in the world?
No, it accounts for everyone, but it's just if you use the metric system. But yeah, Shape of You.
What does that have to do with like Nav's legacy though? Like,
I think it just makes him better, to be honest. 8 million, that means there is less people in the world that could possibly not be streaming his music.
That's true. 8 million people, only one Nav.
Yeah. Also, Shape of You is at 3.29. So.
Oh damn! Hey, everybody stream Blinding Lights. Hey, I do be streaming Blinding Lights, but on the vinyl version, so I don't think it's counting.
Yeah. All how many do we have? All 9 of you go stream Blinding Lights.
Collectively, we could do it.
What's cool about that record is that there's so many records that are rip-offs of that song. Like I think it's specifically like Stay, the Kid Laroi.
Yeah.
Where they kind of take that video game, synthwave, vaporwave vibe from it.
All the songs off of Tory Lane's Something at Prom album that's just a blatant After Hours ripoff.
I know, yeah. What's another one? There's another one, but yeah, no. Blinding Lights is one of those records that I'm happy he made. I'm just happy that he has a song like that.
It's just the biggest ever. Yeah.
That is gonna be like. Well, yeah, when someone is just randomly looking through, I don't know who's doing this, but when someone's randomly looking through the list of most streamed Spotify songs, they're just going to see The Weeknd Blinding Lights right up on there.
Right at the top. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Shout out to The Weeknd.
Shout out to The Weeknd, doing what you do, and doing it at the best degree there is. So, yeah, there you go. And that'll do it, I think, for this weekly Weekend update. But I also want to talk about an artist that... is on that level as well. That is also celebrating an anniversary tomorrow. I'm referring to, ladies and gentlemen. It's a mystery to Matt as well, it seems. I'm talking about Bruno Mars' 24K
Oh,
Magic.
Yes.
Tomorrow is the anniversary, November 18th. And, there's a lot to say about that album. But I think I'm going to speak for myself. I don't have much to say because we already said it in a video that is dropping soon next week.
Yes.
We will be streaming next week, unfortunately, but you will be hearing from us.
You definitely will be.
I don't know how much more I want to say, but yeah. Do you have anything you want to say about
here's all I got to say, because like we said, we are dropping a full proper Bruno album video very soon. All I will say on the matter with Bruno right now can be said with just an image, actually.
Oh.
And you know what they say about images. They're worth 1,000 words. Say 1,000 words.
They say
this is what I'm talking about.
At least.
Shout out Bruno.
Shout out Bruno. Thank you for everything. Thank you for 24K Magic, and thank you for this picture.
This is actually what he looks like.
Yeah. This is before the surgery?
After.
I mean after, yeah. So there you go. There you
go. Happy birthday to 24K Magic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
24K Magic.
Very timely with that insane Bruno deep dive discography explained hidden Easter egg video that we made.
I know. 10 things you missed about Bruno Mars' career coming to you. So yeah, no, stay on the lookout for that, but also happy
new vid dropping soon.
24K Magic. Yeah. Anything?
We also have another artist I would like to highlight that We haven't really talked about them on here for a little bit, but I have been following. I am still a fan, and that is the new and the last Brockhampton album that released early this morning, and we're getting.
What does The Walking Dead have to do with Brockhampton?
Dude, that's all the members.
Oh shit!
It's Brockhampton.
Okay. Oh yeah, my favorite part of every.
We got Kevin Abstract, Carl. There's Kevin Abstract. We got Amir. We got Matt Champion right here.
So are you? So which of the two albums will you be listening to first? Which of the two albums that we're getting tonight?
Well, one is already dropped. It dropped this morning. The Family, which I did already listen to, and I need to listen to it again. But really, 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 really good. It's really different. It's honestly like, I don't know. I don't. It's crazy to see the evolution from Saturation to now to their final album. And I'll get into why I say final album, and it's not because Kevin Abstract and Brockhampton always says it's their final album. Even with the release of their actual final album, there's caveats, and it's just very Brockhampton of them to go about it this way. But anyway, The Family. So I think what I love about Kevin Abstract and his producing and what he's done with Brockhampton is like, how much I can tell his influences come from, but not in a bad way. It's done in a really smart and a really fun, really unique way. But there are some songs on The Family that remind me straight up of Tyler Creator. There's some that remind me of, honestly, like Yeezus, Kanye type shit. But then you also have like more acoustic tracks that are almost like Frank Ocean-esque, in my opinion, and I think with The Family that just dropped, what's interesting is that it's all Kevin Abstract. They're actually, I don't think any of the other members are on it, and that kind of leads me into the whole debacle about this album thing, is that this album, The Family, is to satisfy their 10 album deal that they signed away on their contract with RZA years ago when they first signed as a group. And so this last Brockhampton album only has Kevin on it, so it's really not a Brockhampton album. And this album that's dropping tonight, which is out of their their record deal, it's going to be their independent album, is the last Brockhampton album, and it has 5 of the other members on it and not Kevin Abstract.
Ooh,
so it's kind of weird, bro. It's really weird how they're doing this. Ooh. Yeah.
I'm reading between the lines. That means because I when you mentioned that it was the Family was only Kevin Abstract, which is ironic that it's titled The Family,
right?
And no one else on the album,
yeah,
from the Brockhampton Family, and then now you have. But I didn't know that there was a separate album with everyone else but Kevin Abstract.
Yeah.
So
at least
is it fair to assume that there's some kind of
No, there definitely is.
And specifically between Kevin Abstract and
everyone else. Yeah. No, yeah, there definitely is. I think, and what's interesting is that Kevin kind of goes into that on The Family, and it's really sad. What the saddest part is that nothing in the bigger scheme of what happened to Brockhampton is that nothing really bad happened. It's just like they kind of all just grew up and kind of strayed away and started doing their own things, or just didn't want to be, they're kind of just grew out of Brockhampton, which is really sad, because it's Brockhampton was the boy band, it was such a moment. It's still such a moment, and it is coming to a close. But Kevin kind of goes in on the album talking about what it's like, and kind of like how shitty it is to grow up, and the shitty part about being in your 20s is all your friends kind of get further away, and you're kind of stepping out of that rose-colored glasses, that honeymoon phase of your early adolescence, into regular adult life. And that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened. But it's still a send off. They still have the family. They still have the album that's dropping tonight at midnight that does have the rest of the Brockhampton members on it. Um, but yeah, it's crazy to see. And I'm really that was another thing about the family is that Kevin Abstract cuts really deep on this album. In terms of his lyrics, what he's talking about, he is just so straightforward to the point that you kind of have to respect it. And it gives it this edge and this really raw, unapologetic quality that I haven't even fully digested yet. Like I really need to sit with it again and be in that vibe, in that mind space, to get what he's going for. But that's how I'll describe the family: is that it's raw, it's definitely sad, it's bittersweet, has some great highs, and is a good last effort installation by Brockhampton, and I feel like they should be proud to look back on their discography and see all the great music they made. But I'm still very curious what the actual last Brockhampton album will sound like that drops tonight. So yeah, it's interesting.
That is very interesting. I could easily see like whatever some tell all coming out and seeing
Hmm.
like what went down behind the scenes because I feel like there's something more. There's there's something below the surface there. But yeah, I don't know. How does that all make you feel? Like, how do you feel right now as a Brockhampton fan? Obviously, it's never fun seeing it all conclude, but also the fact that it seems to be going out on a little bit of a sour note.
A little bit, yeah.
Quality of the music. It seems like since it seems like the album, the family's is a good listen. It seems
Yeah,
like and
it definitely
you know,
is.
potential and all that stuff. But in terms of like the stuff underlying it, the beefs, the tension,
Hmm.
does that kind of affect the listening experience and this whole experience as a whole?
It affected the rollout for sure. It affected like we saw Kevin kind of subtweeting a lot of, not even subtweeting, but just basically calling out and saying like, why am I the only one promoting this album? Like this is us. Like yo, like we still have this 10-year contract, guys. Like we gotta at least do this one more time to get out of it. Let's at least show some effort, show face at least that this album is coming out. Um, but so that's definitely sad. Is that it just feels like they kind of lost interest in their own group before their label or before their contract was up. Um, but I really I would say I started listening to Brockhampton less probably after Iridescent, just because that album I didn't like as many songs on that album. I kind of got back into them with Roadrunner, which because I was like, oh my god, it's the last Brockhampton album. Like that's what I thought at the time,
Hmm.
and so that kind of gave me a resurgence, and I really like that album. And then kind of loosely following Brockhampton since then. So I still get the nostalgia. It's still kind of sad, but I feel like with all the friction and the bad blood, it's not that bad. I'm like, yeah, they've been making music for a long time. I feel like Kevin Abstract has been needing to depart from this for a long time. So I'm like, yeah, just close it off on a good note as much as you can. The music's still good, and we're still gonna listen. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay. It seems like you're farther along the grieving phase. I've come across, because I'm on, I was just on the hip hop heads subreddit, and people were coping,
hmm.
going through the comments. So,
Yeah,
I was,
totally. I get that. I'm just
yeah,
not super as diehard as other Brockhampton fans. Obviously, there's always gonna be a bigger fan, but I still like them.
for sure. That's dope. Yeah, and then we'll definitely, follow up, whenever you listen to this new one that's coming out, and then do a little compare contrast, and we'll
Yes.
set that. But yeah, there you go. The family, and then what's the one dropping later tonight?
Um, it's called the something. It's the what is it? Hold on, let me go on at Kevin's Twitter real quick. I think he said it. He said it's a surprise album. New
TM.
album tonight. Yeah, TM. But what is that? Hold on. What
That
it the what does that stand for though? What is TM?
someone in the chat, if y'all
Can someone tell
know,
me, please? I
feel
forget. I
free.
swear. I swear. I saw him tweet it out. Um,
Wow. Yeah, the group has now announced another surprise album, TM, which is set to come out tonight as a parting gift to fans.
Is it just TM? Like that's the name of it?
I don't see what it's about. Maybe it'll be a big reveal on
Okay.
the on the album. Oh, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow
Okay,
morning.
there you
Okay.
go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um. Damn.
The men, the matter. Thank you, Kitchen Boy, for I appreciate your guesses. Um, also, what's up, Jose? Good to see you. I saw your comments on my five head today.
Always. Always. He always brings it up.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Here, real quick, real super quick, Penny, for your thoughts.
Okay.
Thanksgiving's coming up.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on like Thanksgiving food?
I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If the thing is, if the food is not good, then I hate Thanksgiving because bad Thanksgiving food is some of my like it's like one of my biggest pet peeves. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
dry turkey, bad stuffing, bad gravy, gross green beans.
Ooh,
It's not good.
like
But
hot mac and cheese. Like,
yeah, or just like someone doesn't know how to cook and they're the ones who cooking.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Huh? What'd you
Totally.
say?
I was just saying, it can get really bad. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah.
not. It's one of those things where it's very, very hit or miss.
Yeah.
Food.
But no, but when it's good, it's bussin'. I love me a good soup, fall time squash soup, or maybe a mushroom soup, or a broccoli cheddar, or a clam chowder type deal.
Okay.
Um, but no, I like Thanksgiving food. We're having a little friendsgiving here this
Sweet.
weekend, and we're bringing people are bringing a bunch of different stuff. We're not having like turkey or anything. Where it's like a potluck. So it's technically not like traditional Thanksgiving. But I still do appreciate like the turkey, the gravy, the mashed potatoes, the cranberry sauce. Like all that is hella good. I think last year I made my own mac and cheese. That was the first time I made the mac and cheese. And it was like it had like the breadcrumbs. It was hella cheese, like four different types of cheese in it. It was bussin'.
Yeah, no, that's a dope. Yeah, I think honestly, yeah, I'm the same way where the Thanksgiving stuff I go to are just potlucks. Um,
Love me a
and
potluck.
yeah, man, like you got some turkey, sure, but then you get like Panda Express, you got Church's Chicken over there, literally
KFC.
KFC, some Costco sushi,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. Oh, thank you, Kay. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're thankful for you guys as well. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah. And but what I really love, and I think I've mentioned on the pod before, is when you put all the Thanksgiving food in a sandwich.
Oh, the
Uh,
leftovers.
yes, the leftovers. Like have you been to like Earl of Sandwich in like right by Disneyland?
No. Do they have like a
Downtown.
Thanksgiving sandwich?
Yeah, yeah. It's called the Holiday Sandwich, I think,
Oh,
and it's turkey, gravy, cranberry sauce, mashed
damn,
potato,
damn.
works, and it's great. It changed my life. Now I will if it's like a traditional Thanksgiving and it's not that great, I'll still there's a silver lining because I can take it the next day,
Mm-hmm.
make a little like refry it, make a little sandwich, all that
Cook
stuff.
it again. Yeah.
Yeah, like actually do it well.
Yeah, right. No,
Uh,
one time it wasn't even for Thanksgiving, but Maya and I we had this cookbook but called Cafe. It's called I think it's called Cafe Gratitude or something like that. But it's a bunch of vegan recipes, and y'all can think about veganism however you want. But it's as long as it tastes good, it's good. And there is this one meal called I Am Grateful, which is the vegan equivalent of a Thanksgiving dinner that we made. And it was like this. It's gonna sound nasty, I know, but we made like a vegetable loaf with like some kale. It was like, but the way you prepared it though is that you like honestly you just put a bunch of fat with it. You put a bunch of seasoning. You make it taste like turkey. You make it taste like the mashed potatoes and stuff like that. But it was hella good, and that was the first time I had like a vegan Thanksgiving anything. It took us hours to make though. It took us like 4 hours or something, but it was definitely worth. It was really good. I wonder if I have a photo, but I
yeah.
like I like Thanksgiving in all forms. I will say.
Yeah, definitely send that to me. Yeah, I'll definitely. Yeah, the vegan thing, that's a topic for another day. I
Yeah.
enjoy a good vegan meal. I think it's I think it's sexy as hell to be like, I'm on a vegan diet or I'm on a
Yeah.
plant-based diet. So I respect anyone who's going through it, just as long as it tastes good, like Matt said.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, there's our a little, quick penny for your thoughts regarding Thanksgiving meal. I'm gonna be honestly, I was thinking about it. I'm not gonna go as crazy as I used to, where like I was just eating like crazy, like you know,
You're not gonna be
another round
you're not gonna be
going.
waffling it down, bro. You're just gonna take a
It
good amount.
used to be a boxing match, 12 rounds,
It's
going
me and
at
the
it.
turkey.
Me and the turkey and some mashed potatoes. No, but I feel like I'm gonna take it easy.
Yeah.
I'm not what I used to be. I can't
Might
just
not
like
shed it off as easy, yeah.
yeah no and these streams are like a weekly like check in of
Reminder, yeah.
badass this week. Have you been a badass this week or not? So we'll see how it goes. But no man. So to before we get into what's in our rotation, Matthew Magnus. That's right, the full government
All right,
name.
all right.
What are you thankful for, man?
What am I thankful for? Thankful for the opportunities that I'm getting, and I'm thankful for, um, man, I'm thankful for the hard work that I put in because I feel like I'm setting myself up for 2023 to be a great, prosperous year. Manifesting that. I'm grateful for my two cats, even though they be wilding out. One of them has we need to put her on timeout a little too often lately.
Yeah, which is the one that you posted recently on your story, like
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah,
Going a little
she's
hard.
yeah, she's going a little too hard. She's like tearing shit up, and then she sleeps as it like all in a day's work. Like, man,
Oh
today
my,
was hard. I fucked up almost everything I'm not supposed to. Like. But no, I'm also grateful for the pod, grateful for everybody who watches us daily or weekly rather. I'm grateful for people who have been here since day one. The moderators, shout out to everybody. You've been holding it down for God knows how long, and I'm grateful for what lies ahead for the podcast for next year, OTP awards, 2023. I'm grateful. This was a good year for me. I feel like it went by fast, which I think is a good sign that I don't know, things were happening. It wasn't stagnant like the last 2020, 2021. So hopefully we ride that trajectory. OTP keeps climbing to the moon. Yeah, crazy. Here's
yeah,
almost
man.
up.
It's been a crazy year, yeah. And to add on to that, I think, and you kind of touched on this already, but for me personally, like this year has been very much a year where I've kind of like figuring out who I am, and the people who and because of that, I've been figuring out the people who I want to hang out with. So I'm grateful, incredibly grateful for, you know, for the people that have been there for me, because that's not something I've always had the luxury of, is like just people being able, like, specifically you. I want to give you your flowers now. It's like you were just such a great friend, so I'm incredibly grateful for you, thankful for you, man. And the fact that we're doing this pod is like only really like a third of our, if even, of our relationship. Like, you, and I know you know that, but I just wanted to say that. And yeah, like you said, man, this has been an incredible. I'm thankful, as up and down as this year has been. I'm thankful for just the ride and
Yeah.
how, and for this, even the downs are taking me up. So it's been a weird year. But I'm just grateful for it all. Hopefully you guys can leave in the chat whatever you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be super heavy. But
It better be for
no,
us though. It better be for OTP.
that's
Everybody better be grateful.
I got to start off with, I'm thankful for you guys, but also
That's the requirement.
yeah, K set the standard here.
That's why
No,
that's
but
pinned. Okay, that's
yeah.
a reminder.
But no, man, what have you been listening to? What is in your rotation?
All right. Last but not least,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've been listening to the family, Brockhampton. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
um, Donna Femme. Just
Ooh,
just
it's
cause
back.
it's just back. Yeah. Negro Swan by Blood Orange. Still listening to that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a deep cut here? Everybody
Ooh.
listen. If you want to hear This is a great pick, actually. In honor of it being 24K Magic's anniversary, everybody listen to Unlimited, the album Unlimited by Roger. Specifically, definitely the first song, I Want to Be Your Man. Listen to that and tell me you don't hear 24K Magic. And listen to it. It's just the purest form of 80s to 90s R&B. Like, I'm telling you, this is the classic shit that I'm just now seeing. So I think you'd really enjoy it, though, Cesco. You should definitely check it out.
Okay, you know me. Come on.
You would fuck with this, bro. This is like
Unlimited
by Roger.
Roger.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That's spin for sure.
Super fire. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to.
Cover already looks.
Look at the cover art, bro. Like, this is the most 80s shit ever.
Oh my god! If you have a song called "I Really Want to Be Your Man,"
oh yeah, that's the best song, bro. It goes hard.
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited. There you go. Well, I'm definitely gonna be listening to that. That's definitely gonna be my rotation now. But also, I've been listening to a lot of, pretty much all the Bruno Mars albums. Bruno's discography is one of those you could just binge it in like one homework session. So it's really great. Obviously, and another album I've been checking out, artists in general. I kind of mentioned this to you before. Larry June. He has a new album, Spaceships on the Blade. It's a bop. It's a vibe. But also, I've been bumping the one that put me onto him. That actually Matt put me onto. Was Adjust to the Game. And there's really great records on there. There's a sample of Sunshine. That's incredible.
So good.
Watering My Plant, the name of the song. Go check that out. And let's see, one last album I've been listening. Oh, this one's a new album. Nas, King's Disease 3.
I still need to check that out.
Yeah, this album, man, I'm telling you, I've always been a Jay-Z guy. I've always leaned more towards Jay-Z, but Nas, longevity-wise, Nas has it because
he's still putting out crazy albums.
And this is the best out of the King's Disease series for me personally.
Okay.
And no, him and Hit Boy, that's like the dynamic duo. The producer that produces all the King's Disease albums. He just knows what works for Nas. Like, you hear him on a drill beat, like at the end of a record, but it works. It's not like how many times you have to learn this lesson, old man, type of thing. Like, it's like, okay, no, this was you doing it and doing it pretty well, and we appreciate that, the fact that we're able to see.
Yeah, I gotta spin this for sure.
We're able to see Nas on a drill record, like, and doing well. That's cool.
Fire.
That's cool. So there you go. Jose has one last thought for us.
Okay.
Matt, I've been meaning to tell you something. Why do you like all of Jenna Ortega's pictures? Like, every time I see my feed, it says liked by Matt Maggs.
That is a good reminder. I should have said that she was my celebrity crush last week. That's true. Because I like Jenna Ortega, okay? I think she is cool, and she looks like someone I would want to be friends with. And she was great in Scream 5, or whatever, the new Scream that came out. She is Wednesday in the new Addams Family movie, or whatever that is.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's dope, bro. That's why. And she doesn't have that many photos, okay? So when she drops, I'm like, it's a Jenna Ortega photo. Yeah. Wake up, babe. Jenna Ortega just dropped a selfie, all right? I gotta like it.
Yeah, and also another celebrity crush I forgot to mention last week, and that is relevant to today's episode. Lupita Nyong'o is beautiful.
Especially in Black Panther.
Anyways, before they get the cuffs on me again, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Video coming soon. Bruno Mars
video dropping very soon.
Yeah, the definitive. I don't know.
Y'all better run that one up. Run that one up, please.
Yeah. The definitive Bruno Mars catalog deep dive.
Like it's a Weeknd video. Yeah.
For real. I want us to be the mediator between the Weeknd and Bruno Mars. That's it.
It'll merge somehow because of us.
Yeah. Go ahead and take us out while I like the piece Nyong'o's latest post. Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. Well, while he double checks that SZA post from last week.
No, there's a Rihanna post that just dropped today that I'm still going crazy for.
Okay, okay. Oh, how crazy?
Got me, man. I don't know how y'all keep getting me.
Right at the last second. Right at the last second, boy. All right.
Buzzer.
All right, y'all. That does it for us this week. My voice is going out, man. I don't know why. I was like, trying to strain my voice.
Hey, man, we've been talking a lot. Been talking a lot this week.
We have been talking a lot.
Big old conversation.
I gotta train these vocal cords. But yeah, man. Bruno Mars video coming out very soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, like and share and make sure you like this live stream and you share it with people, so we can get more people in on this OTP live family. New Brockhampton album tonight. Fuck the SCAMMYS. Trilogy 10 years. Black Panther.
Pretty good.
Bruno Mars. A lot we talked about today. But yeah, that does it for us this week. Thank you again. Follow us on everything. And we'll see you next week. This has been OurThoughts Live. Cesco, before you get locked up, I'm going to have to say, we're going to have to take you out back.
Oh, damn. I'm in the gulag? Shit, man.